Wednesday saw the first ever review of quote-unquote YouTube lawyers on Kevin the Angry Vet Soper's YouTube channel, as the YouTuber spent time with his audience on a brisk 93-degree Fahrenheit day as he drove through the Maryland countryside. Fresh off of being trespassed from a local Walmart on Tuesday, Soper offered no updates to his current status with the mega giant corporation, or if he told his wife about the trespass. He did, however, remove both of his videos on the subject from his YouTube channel on Wednesday, shortly after the publication of our news story about the altercation. The Navy veteran started by stating that he had no active criminal cases against him, other than one case that he was currently appealing, which led to a greater discussion of his opinions on other YouTuber legal channels. Soper's The Servicemen and Citizens for American Rights Society, or SCARS, 501c3 organization, provides legal advice to those using its services, which apparently qualified him to judge YouTube attorneys. While no actual attorneys are listed on its website, and Soper is not a registered attorney, the organization does include an educational series of documents on the same site going over legal terms and situations. YouTuber Merb was the first to face critique from the former Navy cook, as he called the California-based attorney a failed First Amendment auditor who does not know what he's talking about. This continues Soper's offensive against the attorney, as he spent part of the weekend attacking Merb in the side chat of one of Merb's live streams. He criticized Merb for saying he didn't have a financial interest in the Lane Meyers case, for example, but pointed out that Merb had done multiple live streams and produced videos on the subject, implying financial gain from the coverage. Merb's channel is famously not monetized, a fact that Soper apparently ignored or was ignorant of when he made the statement. Soper went on to repeat that Merb was a failed auditor, which resulted in him becoming a quote-unquote bootlicker. Lane Meyers, who often acts as his own legal representative, was also mentioned during the live stream. Soper confused Meyers' ongoing criminal charges in New Mexico with his recently resolved criminal charges in Arizona, and said that Meyers was screwed by authorities in his conviction. Soper would admit that Meyers was a hindrance to himself, however, as Meyers ended up causing himself more trouble by his actions in the courtroom. He implied that if Meyers could have acted with decorum, the outcome of the criminal case, where Meyers ultimately took a plea deal, may not have resulted in a conviction. The DUI guy was up next, as Soper polled his audience to see if they thought the attorney had something to contribute to the movement. His audience said no, in an unscientific random count of 1s for yes and 2s for no, and Soper deemed the attorney a clout and ambulance chaser. Michael Eline received praise, as he was not a douche like the other clowns, but needed guidance, as he was wrong on a lot of shit. Soper said that Eline's heart was in the right place, and he gave praise to the attorney for wanting to help the community, but suggested Eline receive more training in case law. Manuel Mata's lawyer, CJ Gisham, was next on the list. Mata's name came up as Soper revealed that Mata had used SCARS for legal advice before turning on Soper after Soper criticized Texas-based auditors. This may have influenced Grisham's unofficial score, as Soper bashed him for not being an effective First Amendment auditor or attorney. He said that Gisham needed to focus on being a better lawyer rather than a failed First Amendment auditor. Soper eventually arrived at his destination, where he revealed that he was essentially a junk dealer at his real job. He displayed several high-mileage cars he had for sale, along with a portable sawmill with 5 sections of track and a quad bike trailer that was also for sale. As he finished his live stream, the YouTuber indicated that he would be flexible on the pricing of the items he had shown due to an inventory backlog, and those who were interested in any of his merchandise could contact him directly.